At Vibrafinance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibrafinance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibrafinance, we are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Vibraville. If you hung around this entire bear market, you've been here. It started to get exciting. I know it was getting a little bit, little shaky in the Titan X ecosystem. And in Pulse Chain, there was some fun going around that Richard wasn't behind Peter. It wasn't him that signed the transaction, but apparently Sami has given the word. It's official now. So I think Pulse Chain is about ready to full send. I think Titan X ecosystem is ready to full send. So our patience is going to pay off in a big way. So, you know me, I've been saying I want to bridge Titan X and Pulse Chain, the communities together. It's crazy that we're all not getting along and building a super community. But I think as green candles come, people kind of lose that anger towards other communities and hatred because now we're all winning. So it's not as bad as you're getting crushed. You see red candles and you look over and everyone's printing green candles in the Titan X community. So hopefully those days are done with. We can all pump together. And we all grow together. Punky's here. You ain't going to be able to see him from Wonderland. He's audio only. We got Face of Reality. What's up, fellas?
What up, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Good, bro. How you been, Punky?
Doing good, man. Just been kind of chilling out for lately. Been staying a little low key, but doing good.
Nice, man. Yeah, bro. Punky, we streamed, man, probably like 2 or 3 months ago about Wonderland, everything that was going on over there. I got my NFTs. I'm still holding. It's like now is the time where it starts to get exciting when Richard's clearly ready to make some moves. ETH is at 4K, and we're all waiting for that God candle to come.
Right. Yeah. And we're almost back to SAC price too for Pulse, right? So
we get it.
Yeah, we were at a good level right now.
Right.
Yeah. Was that? I think, yeah, we are almost there. We're like 15% away. So
yep.
Here we go.
That's good. Because it's been a long time.
Okay. I don't see it on the side anywhere, but yeah, we're pretty close. I've been pictured.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. 0.84%. I love this gopulse.com site because you can just come right here and it gives you right away. You can see where they are relative to SAC price. You know, Pulse X, even though Pulse X has been crushing Pulse Chain, it's still it's further down on the SAC rate, which is that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But if you got the bottom from both, then yeah, you would be better off with PLS X for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fun time. Fun time to be in right now.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. I put up a tweet today saying I've swapped now 80% of my hex for eHex because when I started doing it, it was almost like 9-1 for some of the trades, and now it's all the way under 5-1. So if it's closed the gap almost halfway, I think that they're going to get pretty dang close to 1-1. And that ratio trade with Pulse to Pulse X last summer was insane. It made me a couple $100 million Pulse X that I didn't have. You know, I only sacrificed a couple $1,000 or anything. And just that ratio trade really opened my eyes. And now you see you don't have to take crazy risks in crypto. If you do things right, you know, you can do really well just in the core coins.
So so at the beginning when it forked, you were doing like trades on between Pulse and Pulse X?
So not right away. Right away early, I got into a bunch of the blue chip PRC20s. I just got in early to hold. But after a couple months when things kind of flattened, I started to realize like, wow, Pulse X is the ratio went down to like 4 to 1 from Pulse to Pulse X. So I was like, this is way too good to be true. So I swapped all my Pulse into Pulse X, and sure enough, it went from 4 to 1 all the way up to like 1 to 1.5 now, or 1.7. So we've almost closed the gap. So it almost seems like Pulse and Pulse X are almost going to be 1 to 1.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't hold too much Pulse X myself now, because I had a lot because I sacrificed more for Pulse X, but yeah, somehow all this trading into different things. I'm not a good trader, so I kind of dwindle stuff down, but you know. But I'm into other things. I have my own tokens, so I'm holding on
Yeah.
to those and Titan X and stuff. But I mean, I still have a good grip of Pulse, so like I'll hold on to that definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really. And that's the thing. Like Richard's coins, bro, they pump so freaking hard that even, $500 to $1,000, it could turn into so much that we didn't even think possible. Because we got into Hex. I got in adoption amplifier. I had millions of Hex, but I got that wallet hacked, so I had to start over. So I was so like devastated from that happening. I was done with all the coins out of that. I got hacked, and I got this big Ampleforth airdrop, and I just swapped it all back into Hex at like 6-7 tenths of a penny, and that was like the move of the cycle, and it was just pure luck. But we never saw it go running up to 50 cents. Like that was insane. And now these coins, I feel like, are suppressed exactly like Hex was last cycle, all after big payday, and it feels like Richard's pretty much repeating these charts again as the Hex chart did back in the day.
It's looking nice. Which one are you liking the most out of the three there? Because Ink seems like it pumped a lot lately. The last two in the week, right? That seems to be the hot ticket that everybody's kind of been talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hold any Pulse right now, to be honest with you. I have a decent amount of Pulse X, and then I have more Ink than anything, and then I have a lot of EHEX. And Ink, though, I think it's the key to the ecosystem, because if you want to bring over whales from other chains, you want to incentivize guys that have Bitcoin sitting on a ledger doing nothing. You want to bring them over here. You got to entice them with the Ink token. So that's like the key that Richard can entice so many people over to this chain with. And I think when the Ink token starts pumping, the yield starts going up, and people love yield. So I think the Ink token is the key to the core four, I would say.
Yeah. Actually, you mentioned a good point about the Bitcoin holders. I mean, I think like the thing that we're here to talk about kind of is that WBTC, right? And all the people that are kind of holding on. Like, do you think there's people that are just kind of holding on to that stuff? Like they know it's there, and some people not even realize they might even have a copy on the Pulse Chain side yet, and have all this wealth there that they could, Yeah.
I think it's both. I think that there's a lot of people. I mean, what can you do with your Bitcoin? Not very much. So I think a lot of people just hold it in self custody. Like some of these older wallets, like if you look at the amount of wallets that just have never moved anything, it's a ton of the people. So if you could give them an opportunity to earn yield, that I think that really entices them. You bridge it to ETH, and then you bridge the Pulse chain. I mean, yeah, it sounds scary, but if there's a fat, carrot dangling for you on the other side where you can earn 8% on your Bitcoin, that would be like game changing for that entire ecosystem, I feel like.
Yeah, it's the opportunity is definitely there, man. I just wonder like how much of the people that have copies of the P copies and just haven't claimed yet, or they just or they're not even aware that it's there for them, right?
Yeah, a lot.
How much?
I bet you, dude. I think a lot, bro, because maybe not with the Rat Bitcoin, because it's actually gone up to $1,500 a coin. So now people actually have some value there. But when I go and look at like some of the copies that I have of like Aave and Render and Chainlink, and I go on the scanner and I see the astronomical amounts of people that are holding some of these copies, and they don't have a clue, because I'll go and click on their wallets and I'll see they've never made a transaction on Pulse Chain. So they've never even been over here. and it's almost all the blue chip PRC20s. I go and look at the wallet holder and go see them, and almost all of them are just dormant wallets that have never moved over here because there hasn't really been a reason.
Yeah, they don't even know about Pulse Chain, perhaps.
Or they just it's beneath their radar. They've heard of it, or they just don't care enough of it, or they think it's a scam chain.
It's all bro. Yeah, people, honest to God, bro. Even so, I'm in a mastermind with people from all over the country. There's 1,000 people in there, people from all walks of life that are all very successful. And it's mostly like XRP, XLM, and the utility coins, because it's all like, the white collar guys that are into XRP, that are where the Sperry's, they have the slick back hair, they're wearing a polo and like khakis, and they all like, I almost got kicked out for mentioning Hex and Richard Hart. Like, they have this stigma that he is like the devil of crypto, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the unbanked guys. They were talking so much smack about him, and they're one of their projects just ran down. I think it was Machinsky thing, right? And I don't know. It was one of the big utility projects. It just ran to the ground, and I think even Luna, and they were on the video crying right after they made fun of X and Richard Hart. But it's just like what you got to see in value of like what you pick as your horse, I guess, right? Some people just think that more utility and safer things like have it's safer to be in those, right? And that's why they're in there. But I guess we're the crazy ones picking the wild crazy horses, right? So.
Bro, everything in crypto is a complete inversion. It's ass backwards, because the reason those guys are so loud against Richard is because they know he's way smarter, his products are superior, and he has an army behind him that will come and destroy anything in its path that sucks. And these guys are running scams. Not scams, but they know they're money grabs. They're not sustainable projects that can last. They're here to make what they can and leave. And Richard is the ultimate threat, because he will get on stream and call their ass out. And people are the only way to kind of avoid that with your community is get everybody teaming up and making it look like he's the crazy one. He's the crazy one. And like all of these guys shilling Solana, like, you go look at the early days, they lied to the community about the supply. It was a straight up disaster. The chain shuts down all the time. I mean, I just saw this. They just shut down Pump.fund for UK. So there goes meme coins launching. So the meme coin run, the top of it was when these people were in dog cages, like shitting on it. Whatever was even going on in there for meme coin, like clout, that was the top of meme coins. That was the worst thing that could have ever happened. And I think that sparked CZ put a tweet out about how we need utility in crypto now. Ivan's been talking about it. The mainstream, just the Alex Beckers and Leo, whatever his name is. He's been saying, we need some utility. So people are ready to see that change, bro. And I think like Titan X, it's real DeFi. Like, we are the polar opposite of all the mainstream stuff, where you're relying on XRP to have all these relationships around the world, these companies, and move money around the world and make a ton of it. So the price goes up. Like, that's cool. I'll make money off it, but this is different what we're doing. Like, what Richard's building is sustainable, where we're going to start learning how to become our own banks and keep our money on chain, not having to bridge it off to the real world and move it back and forth. And no, Richard's going to provide that place where we can keep it on chain, earn yield on your stables, and not have to deal with that other world. I think he's years ahead of everybody else out there, and they're just so scared of him that it's detrimental to be positive about him or whatever, because he'll just destroy you.
I think it's our own version of Wall Street Bets, where we're trying to stick it to the small group of the yuppie. I don't know what you called it earlier. The group of the
utility,
like
the yacht guys,
like
exactly, the boaters, right? And like
the polos and like the Anyways, right? So, but it's always been like kind of against like the small guys against like the few group of like the well-to-do and the insiders, right? And it's always they had that kind of information and the connection, but it's not about that anymore. And like I think that's what all this new DeFi and technology has given more of like the power to the small guys, not the whales, like the people who have like a smaller economic energy and they want to increase it and they want to get to the whale level. Then it's giving us more of a chance to get to that level. But you just have to be like smart about it, right? That's I think it's giving more commoners a better playing field to get to a better level that this is American dream kind of in a way, right?
Exactly, bro. And that's where Richard, you need someone like Richard at the helm who's not here to extract every single dime for himself. He doesn't care about money. Yeah, he does. He's not trying to be just exit liquidity for a bunch of assholes, but people that believed in him and stuck around this entire bear market, they're embarrassed in front of their whole families, their portfolios are destroyed. He rewards you with ungodly pumps if you believe in him. And other founders and projects don't do that. They solely rely on retail, pump it up, and then extract from them. Where Richard doesn't do that, and he's willing to make millionaires, and that comes at money he could be making for himself and keeping. But he's not like that. He's thinking for everyone. He wants to create something better, like you said, where the little guys have a little chance, where you can come and not get scammed, and you can start creating your little portfolio that pays you back all these reflection coins of passive income nonstop. And even if it's not much right now, just think long term, 10 years from now. Imagine if you had a savings account at a bank that every year, if it was tied to a certain asset, if the asset went up in price, your yield went up, that you never get anything like that. You get your 1 or 2%, and that's it. And this is different, where if you get in early to some of these reward coins and just hold them for the longer term, who knows what's going to happen in 4 or 5 years from now. I mean, it feels like yesterday I got hacked from Hex, and that's 5 years ago already. So things happen, these things happen. Crypto in time happens so fast that it's already been a year and over a year since we were hammering the PDI and the Tropa stuff last summer and figuring out that it was Richard or Jack Levin or someone behind this that was close to Richard. So you could see all the writing on the wall. And even though we knew we could see it coming, we were so bullish. 98% of people didn't understand it. They were fudding it. And we're sitting here like this is one of the most valuable chains in all of crypto. And nobody understands it. And it like gets frustrating. And then the community is fighting and telling you you're a scammer for launching on this coin and you're diluting it and this and that. And it got so toxic that Titan X was a blessing because we got to go over there and kind of just build with the people for a minute while Pulse Chain just figured out all the drama. And now it's all good. And it's so funny how that works.
Yeah. Green candles brings people back.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Everybody's happy with the pumps.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the entire bubbles. I mean, everything's down right now for the most part.
Today, right?
Yeah, in the last 24 hours. But on Pulse Chain, all the altcoins. I mean, most of them are green.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. PBAT is pumping.
That's funny, bro. That's like AK like it's a couple $100 pumps that thing up. That's funny.
Did anybody ever get any BAT like from the browser? I tried to save up from like watching all the ads and I just didn't want to go through that KYC process.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I have Gemini. That's the exchange I use here in New York. So they actually had a thing through the Brave browser. If you have a Gemini account, you could just link it right there. So all my rewards just get sent straight to Gemini. So it's actually pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I think they KYC'd. I think I was signing up and then I realized they KYC'd, so I stopped.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. I feel like with the KYC stuff now, with certain things, it's like it's going to become inevitable, and we're going to eventually have like digital IDs and stuff that'll probably have like the KYC stuff built in. So when you access somewhere, like you leave a mark that only whatever the government can see or something. So like, I'm not even too worried about it. Like we're using real DeFi, like whatever it is, what it is. We're not scamming people or doing shady things over here.
Facts.
I was gonna go off on maybe a tinfoil tangent, but okay.
Yeah, let's go. This is what we're all
All right,
about here.
Let's go down the rabbit
Yeah, I
hole.
don't think the government could trace you still yet. I mean, they're trying. All the NSA and FBI stuff, like through the wallets, I mean, the blockchain stuff. So they're trying. They're really trying to tax you hard and trying to find you, right? So
It's coming.
Mhm.
it's coming.
And then
but not
Trump
yet.
says Trump says American cryptos no capital gains tax. So it's like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of set the catalyst for everything. The whole political change and the crypto-friendly like appointments that he's picking with the SEC chair and the Gary Gensler leaving, man. Like everything just fell right into place at this time. I think everything, all the pieces just fell right into place, didn't it?
Yeah.
And
It feels
and
like
I
it's
think
too good to be true.
Stars
and
align.
you know, Richard Hart's the SEC case is gonna get dropped sooner or later. I mean, like it's gonna happen, right?
Yep.
XRP like went crazy too with their case, you know, going this way. Like, aren't you a XRP holder, Vibra?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Right? I bet you're happy right now.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep. And that's the thing,
Nice.
bro. It was last summer when that lawsuit happened. It was like, we're in the same spot now as all the XRP holders have been. Like, and I pray this cycle doesn't go like it did for Ripple last cycle. But now I kind of understand how big Ripple is gonna play a part in the future. So it was just like, I don't know why they did it to slow them down. The banks got whatever the reasoning, it happened, but they're about to start taking over. Just like Richard's going to start taking over DeFi, the XRP ledger is going to start taking over that side of the market.
Yeah, Swift's got to go. All this old bank stuff's got to go. Sooner or later, it's got to be replaced.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's crazy. So what's going on with Wonderland, the stuff that you're doing? I know you said you were kind of taking it easy for a bit.
Well, I got the NFT staking thing out, so you can actually take your NFT. I think you got a Hatter and a Cheshire NFT
Yeah.
before, from what I remember.
Yep.
So you can go to the NFT staking part down at the bottom there, and then
Nice.
start staking your NFTs. There's a slot for 5 NFTs, right? For all the different characters: Buns, Alice, Cheshire, Hatter, and then Queen. And then the thing is, yeah, you have to connect your wallet before everything just kind of starts spinning. But
Yeah,
you don't
no,
really
I don't have the
to.
right one
Yeah,
on here.
I got you.
It's on my other wallet. Yeah.
But 5 slots will open up for one of the 5 NFTs. And then if you stake all 5 of them, there's a 20% bonus for all the rewards for all 5 NFTs, right? And then what's cool about these NFT rewards is that you stake one NFT and you'll get all of the rewards for like the Wonderland tokens, the core 5 Wonderland tokens, which is Buns, Alice, Hatter, Cheshire, and Queen. So you'll get a slow drip of all 5 of them, and then you get 2 added bonus tokens, which is Titan X and Dragon X as rewards too, right? For
The whole
staking.
way.
Yep. But it's on the Pulse Chain side, so if you want to interact with the rest of the Titan X ecosystem at some point, you'll need to bridge that back over to the east side, right? Before you can throw that Titan X or Dragon X into one of the Titan X ecosystem dApps, right? But it is bridgeable, and you can use it to go into Morpheus or to any of the new Fandangle protocols that man, there's so many things popping up for Titan X right now. I haven't kept up with the latest in the last week or so. But I'm sure there's a new protocol that's popped up that I don't even know about within the last week.
I'm sure. Bro, what also too is Alien X is now over on Pulse Chain. Morpheus, I think, is back on Pulse Chain or will be soon. So there's gonna be, I think Pulsar is still here. So there's we're trying hard to start moving people over to Pulse Chain and bridging over from ETH, because the fees are gonna start getting so bad that why not get out in front of it and go where the fees aren't going to just kill you.
Okay. Well, so on top of the NFT staking, we've introduced 2 new tokens that kind of tie into the whole Titanx ecosystem. The one of the token is called Shroom, and if you go into the dashboard, you can see the Shroom kind of stats right there. But this one reflects Titan X. The tax is a little bit high on the sell side. I think it's at 8 or 9% on the sell side. Buy side is at 4%, and it's broken up into different brackets. Like 1% goes to the liquidity; it burns liquidity. 1% goes to just burning the token, and then I think 4 or 5% goes into the reflection side. So there's a lot of Titan X being kind of distributed through this token right now. And I think last time I checked, it was at about 3 billion Titan X, which is about, well, it used to be about 3G, so, but it's a little bit less now, right? So that's been about a month or so, month and about like 5 weeks since this token's been active, and it's pumped out about that much, rewards.
Bro, I honestly, I love the 9% sell tax because the dude, the dude, obviously, and I think he's one of the smartest guys out here with the LP. I think he was the inspiration for Shogun, or like hit what, or like it was the eye-opening moment where, oh my God, you set the taxes up high here, and these bots don't care. They're just coming through and just eating it up. So
Mhm.
you can, if you can create the right liquidity pairs with Shrew and get the bots to come through there, they don't care about the taxes in and out. They can make a penny.
Yep.
So if you could get them to come in and just crush that 9% sell tax, that can add up a lot.
Yeah. Me and Dude talked about a different token that I was going to create, and we talked about some of these tokenomics that he's using for E280 and the E369, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, it was a good move that we're getting the bots to generate fees and burn tax on Titan X and other protocols over there. Because I definitely see it on Pulse Chain within my ecosystem of tokens. It's if because I remember when GIF we first paired with GIF and GIF was moving, man, that took all of our tokens up so much.
Yep.
Because GIF just moved up a lot. Oh, look at that. Bots have 90% of the trading volume. Is that on all chains or is that just certain chains?
He's saying Pexray's he built AG anti-gravity. That's been going on, so he's been on Pulse Chain since day one. So I'm guessing he means over here
Yeah,
because what we have is just special, bro. Like people, when I listen to Sonny and these guys, they just say what happens here can't be replicated on other chains.
yeah, I think it's a little bit more bot act active on Pulse Chain because things are more pricier to run on other chains. And when the gas fees are cheap, like on Pulse Chain, you can have many transactions go through, and bots are easier to run, I believe, right? So
Yeah, and I know Coach. I remember he was on stream when 808 and some of those other coins were coming out, the amplifiers, and he was showing me pools that he created where they were doing $500 in volume every day, which isn't much, but when you had 15 pairs going that were doing that, but not one of them was a human transaction. They were all bots. So he was creating thousands of dollars of volume just from the bots. So I would believe that it's 90% on Pulse Chain. But that's honestly, it's a good thing for people that are providing liquidity for tax tokens, reflection tokens. Like the more that volume goes up, the more the reflections, the more stuff gets burnt. It's good for everybody.
and I think there is more of the LP ecosystem on Pulse Chain than across other chains.
Yeah.
Because there's what the A1A, like the whole Atropa system, and then Post Florian, they got theirs, the PTGC, right? We're starting our small LP web, and I think there's a new project called Gelato that's kind of doing well right
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah. I had
they're
Chris on
LP'd
the
up
other
pretty
day.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is
So
he's a
there's
really nice guy.
yeah, seems like a cool guy. Punk's introduced me to him, and yeah, but there's a lot of LP ecosystems on Pulse Chain that I'm noticing more than even like Base or like I don't really know too much about like some of the other ETH L2s, right? Like Arbitrum and Optimism or anything, but I don't see a lot of tweets about their ecosystem and being like LP web, and we're tied into this web of LPs that are bot heavy driven, and they generate a lot of volume that way. And I'm glad Jake saw that in Shogun and the E289 E280, right?
Bro, yeah, dude. Like people, I had dude on a couple times, and I'm a long term thinking. I'm long term minded in crypto. Like I'm trying to think out past just this cycle and whoa, selling at the top in 6 months. It's like no, guys. Like you get these generational type entry points, you start thinking differently and zoom out your time frame. And the dude with those NFTs, like people are freaking out now because there's no volume. There's no volume, and we're getting no rewards right now. Well, they were insane for the first 28 days, but the whole point of that is once he got like over 50% of the supply burnt during the mint phase. So now those coins are going to keep getting burnt. It's going to become extremely scarce the supply, which will inevitably drive the price up. Or Titan X will pull, like eventually the price is going to go up to where people are going to start, as soon as they can break even, they'll start probably nuking some NFTs. You know how the degens are. And if you can just hold that thing for a couple years, I just have a really, really good feeling it's going to be insanely profitable.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to kind of recreate some of the same effects here with some of our tokens. All these are capped supply, by the way. So there won't be any inflation. It's deflating from the very beginning, right? And I thought it'd be cool to start off all these tokens at a 777 number. So there's four sets of sevens, 777, like 777 billion, right? And 777 billion, so forth. It's all sevens. Yeah, the lucky number sevens.
Bro, but
And
look at Shroom, bro. Look at the difference in the supply. Shroom has already burnt 10% of the supply almost.
yeah, I was kind of playing around at the beginning, playing with the price a little bit. So we burnt a little bit on manually, but
Okay.
he was one thing that I promised people in Telegram chat. So the 5 other tokens, we have 5 matching NFTs, right? And I was talking to you about the NFT staking platform.
Yep.
So the NFT staking platform, I had a certain amount of rewards allotted for it. So I'm not gonna like increase the rewards that much more. So I capped it. I capped the amount of NFTs that are going to be minted in total at 100. So there's 20 character NFTs each. So 20 Buns, 20 Alice, 20 Hatter. And I think half of them are minted already. Alice is at number 14 or 15. So they're kind of nearing either half or near the end of the minting number, the cap. And after the minting cap has been reached, I will burn a good amount of the tokens. We'll like have like a burn party. So when all 20 Alice NFT gets minted, we'll burn, I don't know, a few billion, a good number of Alice tokens that day. How about that?
Dude, I love that. I like it. Cause that's cool, bro. Cause there's that. This is gonna be very limited, the amount of NFTs, and
Mhm.
if with the LPs, bro, if you can create the right LPs and get that shroom tax paid, bro, I think this could be really cool. And tying into the Titan X ecosystem, I everywhere I go, I keep saying Titan X needs to come to Pulse Chain. We need to bridge the Pulse Chain. We need to combine forces. We all need to come together. You know, Jake got inspired from Richard Hart to build Titan X. You know, so a lot of it came from there. He came from that ecosystem. It's only right where he comes back and he could make it an awesome thing, and just say, I came up under Richard, I respect him, and I can come save money for everybody, join forces, and be like the superpower chain and communities of crypto.
Yeah. So for right now, if you go through like Deck Screener and maybe like search funds, it is LP up like not as like tightly as like PTGC or other ecosystem, but Buns has a good number of pairs. All the tokens, the 5 core tokens, have like a good number of pairs, right? But they don't have like a lot of funds in them. So one of the things that I'm trying to do with the funds that I make from the NFT staking and some of the other projects that's kind of come forward is to build up some of these LPs, right? And PTGC, that ecosystem of tokens, seems to be a good candidate to pair up the Wonderland ecosystem tokens. The Atropa ecosystem is another good group of tokens, right?
Yep.
And I like the Pool Florian group too, Vader, and yeah, their tokens too, right?
Yep.
So
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, as I first came on to talk about this project's ecosystem, we're not a very big like project just yet, and we're growing. We've grown since the last time we've talked. Like our market cap has grown maybe like probably doubled since last time we talked. So we're up and up. We're just need more people like kind of to join the party, right?
Yep, definitely, bro. And that I think God, these NFTs are like Punky's here to build, man. He sees a vision. He's around incredibly smart people that have very successful projects on Titanx, on Pulse Chain, and just tapping into the liquidity with them. Parts Law, it's a thing of beauty. So these small projects like this with a very small supply and a motivated founder, they can either go to zero or they can pay off way more than you could have imagined, versus going into stuff where you're like, oh, I'm so excited about this project, can't wait, it's pumping, I'm going to get into it, everyone's talking about it. Typically then it's too late. You need to be into stuff when no one's talking about it, when it's uncomfortable buying it. And that's something I really learned this past year.
Hey, you probably 2x since you bought in last time we streamed. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going. So, and one thing I'd like to say, I'm not a Gunther or a Pulse Latina, man. I'll be here. I've been here since like 2017, right?
Nice.
Yeah, I was around when people were doing masternode coins and things like that back in the days, right? Chaincoin, PivX. Right?
Yeah, I started mining in 2016, so yeah, I know exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was good, guys.
Come check out the site. Try to put some cool effects on there. Make it like an enticing site. Like you're going down the rabbit hole as you're scrolling down. Right? Seeing all the cool effects.
Yo.
But that's good. That's us. So we got the White Rabbit and the Matrix. It's so memeable. It's so
follow the White Rabbit.
Great.
Exactly.
That's what this episode should be called, huh?
Yeah. I'll rename it when we're done. Good stuff, bro. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely here, hop on my other wallet and stake my NFT and just I gotta go find what I even had, bro. I know I bought a couple. I think I have Alice and Buns and maybe Hatter.
Okay.
I can't even remember. I mean, they're all just sitting there, so I'll definitely get into it. But yeah, good stuff, man. And I'm excited, bro, with the Titan X rewards. Well, that's cool because I have some Titan X on Pulse Chain right now because there was a huge Morpheus Titan X pool after Morpheus launched, but I think the arbitrage just got too much. It was like 50% higher on ETH than Pulse Chain, so you could just bridge ETH over, buy it on Pulse Chain, bridge it over, and just like the 20K got taken out of that pool pretty quick. So I think someone saw the opportunity there. But yeah, the writing's on the wall, man. I think it's just a matter of time before Goo God and Alien X, they already have started doing it big time, and definitely give Goo God the credit for being one of the first to do it. Pulsar, definitely one of the first, and Morpheus too. So we're trying to bridge this gap here, and hopefully, others see it. And when fees get expensive, I know people are going to go over there because it just makes more sense.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, dude has a project called Giannis on Pulse Chain. It
Giannis.
connects to Helios too.
Yeah. Yep. I got a bag of Janus or Giannis. Is that Giannis or Janus?
Yeah, I think it's Giannis. It's the god of time or start and stop, something like that. It's the beginning and the
Oh
end.
yeah.
Yep. It's like the god of portals.
I got a bag of it. There it is, Janus right there. Oh, it's down a little bit. Looks like at 4,000.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
doing good.
Oh no, never mind. Not really at all. All right, never mind. I thought it was up at like 6, but that must have been one of the other billion coins I own.
That's a good problem to have there.
Right.
Oh
yeah, but what? Yeah, there is a difference between spreading yourself too thin, though, and being a proper degen.
You have a spreadsheet of all the
Goo God.
projects.
Pay me $20, bro. I'll look at the pool. Oh wait, you can't. Oh wait, what am I doing? Janice,
we're not allowed monetization, man. How dare you?
56K. Gee whiz. Goo God, let's go, bro. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, hopefully the impermanent loss isn't too bad.
Oh, you know what? That could be the reason why Giannis is pumping. This is that Hart's law.
Yeah.
Whenever GIF was pumping like this, our Wonderland tokens were just raging that week.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. 100%. And this is like Goo God's been crushing this, bro. Is talking to people about, hey, you come over here, come pair it with Enki. I'll throw up the other half of it. Let's just go in 50-50. And like when you find good people like that are willing to put their own coins up for the other half, like what do you have to lose? If two founders meeting and saying, all right, cool, let's go 50-50 on this, and like everybody wins that way. And when you're trustworthy and you've been benevolent on chain, you've always acted in good faith, you're always helping people out, you build a good relationship. It's like that's what this shit's about, man. It's like I'm here to build relationships with people and not burn bridges, do the opposite. Like I'm at the point now where like I hope all the people I talk to would be able, if they know, like you could send me like 50 ETH and be like, bro, I need you to just hold this in your wallet for me for a week. I'll be like, okay, cool. Just let me know when I need to send it back. Like that's the level that I feel like some of our community's at, and it feels incredible, especially knowing where it was 4 years ago when we first came in. It was kind of like no one knew anyone. It was people fall out, people start scamming you or scamming people, and your group just slowly starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and people start weeding themselves out. They show the true characters, but there's a lot of real ones out here, really good people in the Titanx and Pulse Chain community. Right? I just know we're gonna take over. I know it.
Yup. It's inevitable.
You guys gotta win sometime, man. Guys gotta win. Yeah. So, Goo God. I think I tried to reach out before, but I think we got kind of crosswired somewhere, or you were busy. But I'm willing to do the same. I know, dude told me that you had this offer before. So, any of my tokens you want to pair up? I am around. Just DM me, or I'll try to reach out to you sometime in your channel. So
let's freaking go.
Yeah. I want to see. Sorry, go ahead.
There was another project. I think Trump on Pulse Chain. He was wanting to pair up too. So I'm game there.
Yeah, Trump on Pulse has been a supporter. He's always been in the streams and stuff. So yeah, I definitely um have only seen good stuff from him before. So I definitely say he's a good person. This is the one I want to see next, Pulse Ray and Goo God. I want to see the Dark Enki pair too, because Dark Dark has been doing
Oh,
Dark's been doing its thing lately.
yeah. I just
Send
looked
me
it
the one
up.
on there.
Damn.
And you too, bro. X-ray. If you are up, I keep saying it. Pulse Ray Vision, the legend formerly known as X-ray Vision. Bro, am I going blind here? Where the hell did I put Dark? Well, this is too big. I got to go
That's
through
Dark.
here. There we go. Oh my God, Dark just surpassed $100 again. Let's go. So
Damn.
everyone that got in, all you that sent me your wallet and you got in, you have 2 Dark tokens and your 2 NFTs. So you have $200, $203 in coins right now, and you have your 1 lottery ticket for the first journey, and then your NFT for life. So Pulseray hooked it up for the people that I literally put it in front of hundreds of people, and I maybe got 10 or 15 people that sent their wallets back. So
Yeah. I was one of them.
yep.
Heck yeah. Free money.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's start on this
Have
one.
you, yeah. Well, I'll say reach out to Pulse Ray, bro. It's a small liquidity deal. That's why it's like a 12K right now, but it's gonna keep getting thicker for sure as time moves on. So if someone comes in and sells a couple $100, like it was at like $60 earlier today. So this thing has been pretty
Okay.
volatile, but it's still trending in the right direction.
That's a
And
nice looking chart
I
though.
love the project. So yeah, that's one too. You could definitely reach out to, and that's how we all win, bro. Is we all work together instead of like, you
I'm
know,
trying to do more of collaborating and reaching out to people and builders and even other people like who I could kind of project, like kind of contract out to do some work and stuff, right? I think I think I need to do more of that, and I think it's helping the project and getting more eyes across Wonderland.
Right.
So yeah.
mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. And Hex and Pulse Ray too, bro. He's in the same spot as you. He's got I think there's only like 100 or so people that claimed and stuff. So he's got a small project too, but that's the thing. It's small projects with the right people behind them and the right pairs with you can make these things, you can shock people with them and make the people regret overlooking it. Because I know a lot of people saw the last stream I know a lot of people saw the streams we did with Hex, right? Talking about anti-gravity, but when it's in the bear market and people don't have that much money, they don't want to take from the core and just move a 0.5% into this or 1%, which that's the stuff you have to do when you have to feel uncomfortable making these moves. Like when I'm doing swaps, when I'm excited, it's probably not going to turn out good. But when I'm buying something or in the bear market, adding to these coins that are just going down every month, that's okay. That's what the bear market is. You buy more coins next week and buy more the next week, but at some point it will flip around and then your gains they just increase dramatically.
Yeah.
Bear market is time to accumulate.
X-ray raised $45 in 2 bottle caps.
Nice.
Very sad.
Did you pop those bottle caps?
Yeah, hopefully they were the candy ones, so you can at least eat them and not like an actual empty bottle cap.
Popping bottles, caps.
Yeah. Yeah. So say, yeah, so I spent all the money on this bottle of champagne. Here's the cap.
Oh, hey, whatever happened to the party project, the Vibra thing? What is that? Is that still
So
going on?
we're still in the backgrounds with Steve, uh, from Volt over DeFi Steve. He's I don't know if he started going too hard, or he needed to kind of step back and focus on his projects. He didn't like some of the way things were happening, so he was back in the lab, and he's been working super hard. And Brandon with Build the Tech has been super busy. So once things calm down a minute, then we'll definitely it's still coming for sure, but it's just put on the back burner for right now because he's got to focus on Volt and Lotus, or no, Volt and Viper. Sorry, not Lotus.
Understandable. Yeah, there's don't want to get
So no yacht party? No.
We can still party.
Right?
Get pumped up in the Telegram.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely coming. I would say.
Were you thinking about having physical ones too, like live things, or
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
online?
So what we want to do is do a coin, and like whatever you sacrifice Titan X, and like 20% of it goes into a wallet for us, and it goes to a budget or a pool where we go and get a booth at ETH Denver and have like the Titan X booth at Titan X, Dragon X, more all of the projects at ETH Denver, and then go bring have a film crew there, give merch out there, everyone being dressed in neon green, have Jake there, have like an actual event at Token 2049, at Consensus, or these big crypto events, Bitcoin Miami, where everyone is already at. We should be going there instead of kind of doing our own thing. So I think that's the most effective way. And when crypto banter's running around, what better way to approach it with like 4 guys dressed as aliens and like put a camera in his face and be like, "Hey, have you heard of Titan X?"
All right. Yeah.
And we had a cool idea. What if like somebody that was getting ready to launch Build on Titan X project, they launched it live right there at one of the conferences or something like that. That could be cool. Like, so I think instead of just having a party where we all go and just waste money, what if we actually went and bought a booth at these crypto conferences and then had a party at the conference?
It's a good marketing. It'll pay for itself.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was thinking. And for obviously there's whales in the ecosystem, people that don't have much money. They're not gonna, I wouldn't want them to put money into a project like this. Like, this is more for the whales in the ecosystem that actually want to support it and support a project that will benefit them down the road and benefit everybody here if it's done the right way. So with Brandon, Build the Tech, his company's been crushing it so far. And the Mo is going to be one of the faces of it too, and myself and DeFi Steve. So I think with 4 people with pretty good track records, and we've been here for years in the community, so it's not like we're like these shady people. So I think the right people behind this. I feel like guys that would spend money to see to see us get in front of all these people, like it would be worth it instead of them paying to race a race car or doing this. Like, getting to these conferences in front of the biggest people, like with aliens running around, and I just know that is how you set or you grow the community. You make a splash down there. And when these guys go back, it's like, "Oh, how was this year?" It's like, it was the 5th year we've been down there, but man, there's these damn aliens running around this time. It was crazy. Like, that's the shit we need to do. So I'm excited for it, Rod. I think we can really make a splash.
I'll be there to film it.
Yeah.
You can walk around in an alien suit.
Dude, and by that point, they'll have the fake alien invasion probably, so it'll be like perfect time.
Right? That is a fair point.
Have you been noticing a lot of alien talk on Twitter lately?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sightings. More sightings. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah. So NFT staking stuff, guys. Come and check it out. You'll get paid all 5 tokens plus Titan X and Dragon X tokens. And oh yeah, there's a thing that you can do on the NFTs. Sorry, I'm not showing you any of the things that I should be showing on like screen sharing or something. But you can train your NFTs, right? So I called it drinking a potion, like an Alice would do when she goes down into the Neverland or the Wonderland.
Yeah.
You could drink a potion, and it's like it'll write an action into the blockchain that you've spent some polls to do this action with, right? And what I was thinking about doing is so ultimately there's going to be a game that kind of pairs with Wonderland, and as you're training your NFTs, like it'll be the game characters. Like so and essentially you're training your game characters. So you're kind of uh upping your character stats before the game comes out in a way, right? So I'm gonna take the blockchain like events from all these events that like the training actions that you've done, and then the stats for that will be applied to the game. So when the game comes out, it'll be like your character will be OP already, right?
That's cool. I like it. Hey guys, these NFTs are rare. They're running out. Like I think there might be like what'd you say, 5 of the Alice ones left,
Uh-huh.
and there's only 100
And
total.
yeah, so I think there's maybe about 40, close to 30 to 40 ish left now. Right. So half of them have been minted.
Perfect. And yeah, I did too. I did a couple of them last stream when Punky was on, and I just been holding it. But now the staking is here, which I'm extremely excited for because I actually have Titan X that I bridged over from when the Morpheus pair was here. So I'm just holding it here because I know it's only a matter of time before Titan X, then there's liquidity pairs over here on Pulse Shade. So any ways that I can earn Titan X just by holding an NFT or a coin, that is, I'm all ears for that.
Oh yeah, and then there's 2 other tokens too. It's called Shroom. That's it's not there. It's part of like it's on the dashboard, right? So I need to actually make some links there for Shroom and another token called Jabberwocky. So Shroom reflects Titan X, and Jabberwocky, which is not on there yet, that reflects Dragon X, and they're both on Pulse Chain. And then I am about so I have introduced a different token, which I thought I was going to come on here and talk about. It's called Griffin. So these are all different characters from the Wonderland stories, like Through the Looking Glass or the original Wonderland story. And Griffin reflects PWBTC, right? So that's the latest addition in our tokens. And I am preparing another token. I'm thinking about calling it the Bandersnatch, which is another character from the Looking Glass, Through the Looking Glass, and that one will reflect PDI, right? To kind of to finish off with this whole like I think RH ecosystem, 2 tokens to reflect PWBTC and then PDI, right?
I love it, bro. Those because that right now is where all the eyes are. I think Richard's gonna pump that if it hits 100K. I couldn't even imagine, bro. It's gonna just be bonkers all over social media. All the streamers are gonna be going crazy, and people are gonna be chomping at the bit to figure out. Well, I thought by that point it'll be too late. But once people
Oh
start to
yeah.
see it with, well, like what they now with PDI that it's like official, it's going to $1. Once this people start realizing it with the Bitcoin, I think they're gonna be scrambling to stuff like Anki as reward coins,
Yep.
like Griffin, and so that are paying it out because once you get into these coins like these reflection coins early, and you have a decent bag and you're getting kicked back some decent rewards as volume picks up, the rewards increase. But these are so unique because I've never seen a reward coin that still has a 40x in it to get to where it could possibly be. Like that's nuts. So with PDI right now, yeah, they're worth 2 cents, 2.5 cents, but you earn 10 a day right now, it's a quarter, but in 6 months that could be $10 a day. And that's where it starts to really add up.
Yeah. So one thing that I've been doing is that I'm kind of in adding these reflection tokens to the dApps that I'm building. So the NFT staking has a balance of the Shroom token and the Jabberwocky token, and that's actually earning the Titan X and the Dragon X reflections into the staking contract, and that's where the rewards are coming from to reward the users. Right? So I think I'm gonna start doing that with some of these other new projects that I'm kind of building. So I have something else that's kind of I'm building right now, and it's gonna be an LP project where because most reflection tokens, if you try to LP up into any of the pools, you get taxed on it. So you get taxed going in and out. So unless you stay in there long enough to build that back in your LP rewards, you're gonna lose out because you're getting taxed. And so I wanna build a contract that is whitelisted, and that will be where the LP gets managed, and the users' tokens won't get taxed there, right? It'll be whitelisted from the tax portion, so that we can create more of an LP that is more user driven, and it won't be owned by me. It'll be owned by the users. And I kind of wanted to make it a little bit like a farm where you get rewards, right? So I'm working on a way right now so that it generates pull somehow, and it'll buy up more of the LP, and you get LP as a reward instead of one of the tokens, right? Or even a farm token for that, so that you're earning LP by sitting in there, right?
Oh, that's cool, bro. Good stuff, man. I like where you're going with this. I really do.
Yeah, and I think it'll thicken up the LP enough that it's gonna generate a bigger pool that can rise up a lot more. And people, when they see the bigger market or the bigger LP pool, I think it could definitely bring more of the whale players in. So that's what I'm hoping with this new thing that I'm kind of developing right now. So, and I'm not sure. I think the PTC has a setup something like this from what I believe. Right?
I I think it's UFO that
Yeah.
has that in the pools because I'm in the UFO hex pool, and yeah, there's no tax going in and out of like the 6 or 7 that he's got on the website there, and like that was game changing because with PTGC, I'm not paying 12% going in and out or 10%,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. So that prevented me from even doing it. But with that quote with the liquid staking, and if you want to lock it up with all the stuff, you don't need to.
Yeah, but I wanna add a little bit more of an incentive that I will give out the LP, right, as a reward. And then also I'm thinking about putting some of these reflection tokens in that LP contract, like the Griff and this new Bandersnatch, and that'll earn PWBTC and PDI into that contract, and then maybe those could get flushed out as rewards too. So you could have like a multi-token reward plus getting LP as a reward in this LP contract. So those are some of the things I'm kind of thinking about right now.
Yeah, or or even keep like 20% and just do like a auto buy and add to LP of each one of your coins or something, and just slowly just keep adding a little bit to them with every transaction. I don't know if that's possible. You can do that now, but it's too late. But I think that's been very successful with some of the Titan X projects, especially with Steve's, where that 8% to the auto LP. I mean, that
Mhm.
Volt LP went from like 5K to freaking $10 million in a week.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
obviously different with the pre-sale, but that I think if you, I think with there's a couple projects that are doing. I think A1A was like what Sonny's doing, something like that, where just a little bit gets added into the burnt LP, and it just kind of slowly collects there, and it builds it up. And I think the more liquidity you got, the more bots will come through, the more volume you'll get. So it's kind of like that flywheel.
Well, see. these tokens already have that LP burning mechanism in there. So every time you buy and sell, buns and WPLS, it gets added to the PulseX LP, and that's burnt through the contract. And I don't have any access to that. And it's at a 1% for each of the tokens on the buy and sells. So that's already happening. But what I'm talking about is like if you have Hatter and maybe INC, and if you want to pair those together, I'll go and buy using some type of mechanism to generate pulse on the contract. I'll go and buy Hatter and INC and then reward that LP as like
I see what you're saying.
I'll keep
Okay.
adding Hatter and INC as an
Yep.
LP as a reward to your pool and keep
Yep.
increasing that pool. Right.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. No. Yeah. That way, it kind of comes from the users too, in a sense,
Mhm.
if they
Yeah,
want to
but
add to
I
it
like
too.
your idea that it can't get it back, but I want to reward the users in a way
Yeah. Yeah.
for
But
providing LP and then thickening it up.
yeah. No. That's the way to go for sure. That's the way to go from what I've seen. Getting LPs as thick as possible, and then it helps everything after that.
Yeah. I think it could be a game changer for the project.
Yeah, dude. I think so too. Once the NFTs are sold out, well, yeah, it takes a little bit. Small project, but that's all right. You're here. You're building. You have a plan. You're building, and that's these things. They just slowly start to do their thing, and as the system grows, everything speeds up, and you get a couple of people that come in and see it, and you never know. They could take off tomorrow, with the right person coming in and supporting it.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing things on our end, building, adding little features onto the website, and thinking about releasing new contracts to help the existing tokens and the ecosystem, and create more LPs between our tokens and other web tokens, right? The Tropa, PTEC, all of those webs going on, and tie into those, right? That would be good. Yeah, and then I'm working with a social media person, JK. He's doing awesome. He's getting a lot of people to be aware of the project. Got Crypto Coffee to kind of reply to do stuff with us, right? But yeah, but
Nice,
he's reaching out
good
to a lot of
stuff.
different people to do more collaborations and more streams with other people. So if you get ping from him, just let me know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, definitely. Like, 'cause I'm I want I want to connect everyone in the space. Like people that are here that are builders. Like it's tough to get in front of people out here and grab attention. But you got a small project, and once things are ripping, you're paired up with a bunch of cool things. You're working with the dude, and I think the migration that we're trying to bring, even with Morpheus, and bringing Morpheus over to Pulse Chain instead of having it on Ethereum. So we'll be coming over here too. Maybe we can even pair up some Morpheus and stuff. So all of us working together, but we all win. And that's what that's what he's built here for us. I think that's like the ethos of this is we all
Yeah,
can
that
win
would be cool
together.
to have a Titan X eco, like web eco of LPs, right? So
Hmm.
it's already on Pulse X a little bit. The Dragon X and Titan X, that pair's pretty thick already. I think dudes put up a good chunk for Helios and other tokens too. And
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's coming?
yeah, I'll definitely add the other tokens like Morpheus and yeah, whatever's made it over. But I don't really know. Right? Said Morpheus. I
Yeah,
know
Morpheus,
Dragon X.
Alien
Yeah,
X, Alien X, the other one,
definitely. Okay.
and that's Goo God. So Enki and Alien X, and he's helping with Morpheus, so he's all over the place. That Goo God.
Right, freaking lady. Sorry, I'm back. I had to get some fire from the fireplace, otherwise I would be delayed.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, bro. Good stuff, man. Looking forward to it. So if you guys aren't following Wonderland on Twitter, go follow him right now. Get him to 3,900. He's one away. There's
Oh,
125 of you in here. So one of you go give him that follow. Get him to 3,900. If you got an NFT, definitely stake it. And if you don't, check this ecosystem out. Look into it. Rewatch this if you're a little late. And just go back and watch the other stream we did a couple months ago. Punky's here. He's been here working with people on in Titan X on Pulse Chain, and that's what we're trying to do with Morpheus and Alien X and Chris from the Burst, Goo God, Rags, Facing Reality. Like that's what we're trying to do is bring people back to where we came from. We don't need Pulse Chain to go.
Sorry, I was muted. I mean, the community of Titan X is freaking amazing, and if we can combine that with the old community of, let's say, Pulse Chain and Hex, and then combine everything, and then on the chain that pretty much cannot be beaten, then why not?
I think a lot of the Titan X people are Pulse Chain OGs.
Facts. Facts.
So,
Yup.
and I definitely was a Zen fanatic before all this too. So all the great projects standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Is what you get when you stay around in the bear market. It's a completely different world.
Yeah, Zen's pumping. A lot of the Zen tokens, like BZen and OP Zen, they're moving up right now.
Yeah, I have a lot of, and I minted a lot of NFTs on Polygon, Optimism, and Pulse Chain. And the Optimism ones, they've been doing real, bro. They were worth like there was more for $6 a piece now, and I think I paid like 37 cents for each one when I did them.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you never
Yeah, I should
know.
have.
EHEX,
Yeah, I should have went a little bit on the Ob Zen.
it was pure luck, bro.
Can't win them all.
Yeah, there's so many that happened, right?
It's too much, man.
Yeah. So yeah, there's 50 changes. I'm just like, all right, I'll pick the 3 that I use.
Yeah, that's where I got my start building Web3 projects. Though was a Zen wallet checker where you've listed your wallet addresses, and it would tally up all the Zen balances for you. I had all the different chains there as a drop down, and you can check whatever chain you wanted. FM Zen, OP Zen, B Zen, like, Polygon, M Zen. Right?
Yeah, the Optimism one is the one though, because it's 6 years ahead of like all the other ones. Like you now, if you go do a max, you can only earn 1 OP Zen per day. Like the
Oh,
system
okay.
it's
Huh.
it's so yeah, and it's the one to keep an eye out on. It's gonna be the leader of the pack. So really
What's the?
interesting.
Can you click on that chart?
It still doesn't look good though, bro. Like it's flat,
Okay.
it's bottoming out, obviously, but like all the other ones are still just keep like M's. They just keeps rolling over, rolling over, rolling over because there's so much inflation. But I mean, the last couple of days, obviously it pumped, but like you just don't see that like that bottom forming that you do on OPZ. Like starting now a little bit, but inflation is going to be terrible still. But we're about making that W.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was a interesting project. Experiment, I would say maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a good
forced
test.
destruction.
It was a good stress test on all the networks, definitely, to see if things will
Exactly.
be okay. It was
That's for sure.
Yeah.
that's why it never
Right
went on to
before.
Solana, right? because it would have crashed it multiple times. As if it wasn't having trouble on its own already.
Yeah, that's what there was no need for that stress test. They already knew the result. But all right, guys, we're going for an hour and 15 minutes. Anything else, Punky, that you want to say to the people before we cut it off here?
I think somebody said they followed. I don't see the number, but I'll trust that. 3,900. We're there, right? Yeah.
30.
So,
Boom, we are there. Yup, you did it. 3,900. Let's go.
thank you, Camo Joe.
Oh yeah, Camo
Fishing
Joe's
with
the man,
Camo
bro.
Joe.
Yeah, Camo Joe's the man, bro. When Vibrafinance comes, he will definitely be the local fisherman, local I don't even know what else. Fishing lessons and boating, all the above. So he's a man. He's a man.
Well, maybe one thing. There's a lot of things that I'm building on top of what's there now. There's a new token coming that will reflect PDI. I will announce that in Telegram maybe within a week or so. I'm constantly adding features. Keep coming back to check. There'll be something new. And then my ultimate goal with all of these projects is to build out a game. I have something else called Titans of Battle that I wanted to build like an RPG game with that. And then Wonderland, I want to have like a bunch of like puzzle games and different things that you can play, and you can spend Wonderland tokens or earn Wonderland tokens through the games. So got a lot of ideas that we're building cool stuff. So come check us out.
Let's
Pulse
freaking go.
Yeah, definitely reach out to Pulse Ray too, Punky. He's
Okay.
he's awesome. His project, like I said, just launched, and he's like literally in the same position as you are right now, trying to grow, bring awareness, get new eyes in front of it, trying to grow liquidity. I know he was adding in on 2 bucks on 9mm. So yeah, definitely get in touch. He's a really good dude, and when good people need to, when you have two friends like that can help each other, could work together, I feel like it's like you got to put people together like that. It's how we all grow and get the right people here building it. Just when you have that passion and excitement, just special stuff happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more reaching out and collaborating with other people. Love to hear from people in the chat here. Yeah, come bug me in Telegram whenever.
Yeah, I got the Telegram. It's in the description below, and the Twitter too below if you can't find it for some reason. So definitely go give a follow to Wonderland. Punky, thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it again. And facing reality, as always, good stuff.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, it was an interesting one. It's been so long that we've been busy on Pulse Chain. We've been completely focused on something else. So it's good to be focused or get your focus back to Pulse Chain again. So thank you, man.
And now that the PDI narrative is official, Richard Hart's behind it. Like it's Pulse season now, baby. Christmas is here on Pulse Chain.
Oh yeah, we're back almost to 3 cents now, right? Yeah, going back up.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not. Follow Wonderland. Follow Morpheus. And that's all.